Hi, I'm going to update my 5%ers account. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you not seen me before, my name is Langers and I am the coffee obsessed Scruffy trader. And what I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, please click the like and subscribe button. Genuinely helps. And we'll crack on. So what's the 5%ers and what am I banging on about? Well, for those of you who follow me, you know, I'm at the screens pretty much every single day. And why? I love it. I genuinely love what I do for a living. And as you go through your trading career, you come across different companies and one thing and another. And I was pointed in the direction of a prop firm, the 5%ers. Now this came from the guys within my Discord group because a lot of them are interested in it. Now if you're not sure what a prop firm is, it's a company that will put up the capital for a trader to go to market and then there'll be a profit split between you. Very, very simple process. Now there are some good prop firms and there are some bad prop firms. And the difference is really on how they allow you to trade. Now one of the reasons I like the 5%ers was they let you trade your way and pretty much in your own time. Because many prop firms won't let you trade news events, they won't let you trade overnight, and they certainly won't let you trade across a weekend. So it limits the type of trader they're looking for. Whereas the 5%ers, doesn't matter. As long as you hit the percentage growth that they're after, they're very happy for you to be a scalper, a swing trader, position trader, whatever you happen to be. They do put time limits on, and I'll show you. Bear with me before we kind of get into all of this. Where are we at? There we go. Just switch this on. The 5%ers, it's a simple platform, and you buy in either at a small amount of 275 all the way up to 875. But the maximum funding is the same regardless of where you start. It's just the amount of steps you have to take to get there, which is capped at 1.28 million.
No way!
So that's a hefty amount of money to work with. Now with these, I am actually following this program and I'm on this one here, the 52,000. Reason being, if I'm going to talk about this with the guys in the Discord group, it's only fair that I should trade it. So I came along this journey. I've spoke to 5% as many times. They actually checked me out as much as I was checking them out. And believe it or not, I actually ended up helping them with their webinars and training events. If you go back over slightly, there it is there. That's me. So not only did I look at trading the platforms thereafter, I was that impressed with them and they were that impressed with me. We formed a partnership and I helped. So what's all this got to do with the price of bread? Well, it just means that I trust them and they are pretty much doing what they say on the tin. And I'm backing it up by trading the funds myself. Now my current stats, as we can see, is here. Now I believe in keeping journals, as you well know, but I also believe in slow, steady growth. So there is my starting capital. I started this about a month ago, which is why I'm doing the update now, because I started it midway through April. Pulled in 476 pips across the April. This month, apart from one blip, which I'll show you in a moment, is pulled in a staggering 1247 in the last 15 days. That is a massive pip count. And you can look at the money and think, well, that's not much. but look at the position sizes. They're like 10 and 20 pence. Now there is a reason for that, because if I go back to the 5% as funded programs, just get myself back into here, I can only draw down a small amount, and that is the kicker, because regardless of what you are doing, does it show you on here what the drawdown is? Stop out. There it is there. I was only allowed 520 as a stop out. In other words, if I lost $520, it would close the account. So it's actually got limited room to move. And the way you combat that is keep your position sizes very small and build up your position size. In other words, follow a compounding plan, because as your account grows, your stop loss allowance will grow with it. Okay, so let me just jump back to here and I'll show you. So I am now starting to move up. Now in April, I was only looking for 0.5% a day, and I kind of easily achieved that. Had a good hit rate, 92% across 54 positions rather, which gave me an average of about 8.8 pips per trade. Now, some were good, some were bad. That is an average. It takes into account your losses, etc. as well. Now in May, because I've now increased my balance, I can start moving up my trade target. So it's now 0.10, 13, 26 a day. So it's growing all the time. It's getting stronger. And one of my notes that I put at the beginning was to hold on trades a little bit longer. Well, now that I've got a bit of a buffer zone, I can. So my pip rate is moving up, and it's pulling in some pretty darn good results. So I'm quite happy with how this is moving forward, because I've got about 6 months to achieve the process. Once I've achieved $910, they will quadruple the account up to 52. Then once I've done 10%, that'll become 104, and so forth up to the big account. And it's all about steady progression growth. And that's the whole idea of this video. It's not to show you sort of the flash Lamborghinis or anything like that.
You ding dong!
Give it to me again.
You ding dong!
Because that grieves me. I think that's the devil's work. And it's also to show you that it's not all glory putting big position sizes on. Now, my personal account, I can, but it's still pretty small in the scheme of things. You know, £20 a point. It sounds a lot, but in reality, it's not to the markets. But it took 4 years to build up to that level. And I like to get in and I like to get out, and I'm very cautious with how I trade. Now, this looks a lot, but it's not. Because whenever I go to market, I break positions up. As you'll see in my trading videos, I always split it. And that way it gives me room to maneuver. And when something goes wrong, which I'll show you on the next slide when I get on the 5%ers to verify this, you do make mistakes, but it helps you get out of it. And I'll tell you for why. Now with this lot, what I'm doing is I am following my wage maker and my compound plan, which is this. And basically all it's doing is it's showing you how to increase your trades as you're going. In other words, move up your bid size ever so slightly. So my current bid is 336, but it's divided by 5, so it's actually only 67. And then I divide that again down to 13p. So what happens is I'll start off with 5 positions at 13p each. If it moves against me, I'll put another position in and I'll break that up by 13, and so forth and so forth. And I build up a multitude of positions, but all of them added together cannot exceed that. And then they constantly keep cashing out and constantly keep paying me. And that's why it looks like a lot of positions, but it's not. It's only a relatively small amount. Okay. Now, if I go on to my actual account, which is this one here, as you can see, it's grown up now by 256 over the last month, which is pretty darn good. My progression rate, I have 4 ticks. I just got the last one to achieve, and then I've completed the task. My equity growth took a thump here. Now that was non-farm payroll, and it was my own fault, and it was my own stupidity. Because I knew I should have shut my trade off. I was in profit at the time, and I had to go into a meeting, and I didn't close it. However, I did have my stops in place, and that's the thing. And I constantly tell you, risk management. So yeah, it thumped down and it hurt me, but it didn't kill me because I had positions already within it as well, and they thumped back up and paid me. So the losses were paid off relatively quickly, and my equity growth kept on going.
Isn't that logical?
So I'm quite pleased with my progression growth, apart from my little bollock that I dropped. It's given me a decent daily win rate. As you can see, I win a lot more than I do lose. And across the different markets, because the 5% is Forex only. I do like the DAX and the FTSE, etc., which is where a lot of my growth comes from. But when it comes to this particular account, the growth is coming from euro, dollar and cable, and I just keep an eye on the other products to see if an opportunity presents itself. Out of all of the trades I've taken since I've started, I've taken 155 positions, 138 of which are profitable, 89% hit rate, and my growth expectancy is well on track. And I can't get it any simpler than that. And this is third-party program and a third-party platform. Just showing you what I do is legit. Simple as that, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of leave it there. I'll touch base with it again. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time, just show you what the progression is. And if you want to see the journey, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss it. And if you're stuck, always contact me. I'm very easy found. All my contact details are below. And if you want to try the 5%ers, then do use the link below, because you'll get 5% cash back put back into your account once you've opened up. But I'm quite pleased with the way it's going. So have yourselves a great time, guys. And as always, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.